strong.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Soul Man Surgery here on this Thursday morning, the 14th of January 2021. And today we have got my lovely friend Danielle Farrell, who is here today talking to you guys about well-being and basically just looking after yourself, which I think we should all be really focusing on right now. So welcome to this show, because we are calling it a show, and I will see you all in 30 seconds with Danielle. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
No, you're very welcome. I always find it really funny when we first come on, because we always have a wee chat 10 minutes before we come on, and everyone pretending like we've no actually each other. So Danielle, and anybody else watching as well, just before we get started chatting to Danielle, if you are watching, please do comment as much as you like. You know, hit that wee love button if you're liking Danielle's chat, because that just makes Danielle feel great, doesn't it, Danielle? And lots of people commenting and saying nice things. So, Danielle, Luna Life and Wellbeing. What's it all about, your business? Tell us.
So it all started, my background is mental health nursing. So I've always been interested in helping people with their kind of well-being. And I started at my own business. I started doing holistic therapies. And I really missed the kind of the talking side of the therapy part. So I started doing some life coaching along with it. And obviously lockdown struck. So I now do meditation classes and workshops. So it's expanding and I'm loving it. Yeah,
amazing. And like you learned your meditation teacher training through the best academy in the land, didn't you?
Yes, I did, Stephen. I did it with yourself at the Soul Man and Friends. No, it has, honestly. I love it. I really do. And the classes that I'm taking, I'm getting really good feedback as well. So I do appreciate your teachings on that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, that's good. That's a wee shameful plug by myself there. Like, oh, come on in.
Why not?
So, the one thing that I do love about your business, Danielle, it's all really person-centered, and it's always focused on the people that you know that you're working with, which is really our vibe at the Soul Man and Friends as well. So, what kind of things do you do with people? What's your main area as a business?
Well, when it's life coaching, I work with the person, so it's all about what they're needing, what they need help and support with. I don't like when you go somewhere and everybody's a tick box exercise, so they kind of work their way through exercises with you. I don't like that, because we're all different, and we all learn different, and we all teach different. Yeah. So when you come to me, it's very individual, very personal. Whatever you feel you need the support with. If you don't even know what you need the support with, you're just wanting to be a bit happier, then we work through different exercises to find what area we can really pinpoint and work on.
And so life coaching, if someone was coming or wanting to, or even thinking about getting a life coaching session, what would that entail?
At the moment, everything's obviously done via Zoom. So I would do a free consultation first of all, because I want to make sure that me and the person are going to gel, we're going to be able to work together, because everybody's got different personalities, and some people you don't gel with, so you're not going to get the best out of it. And I want people to get the best when they come to work with me. So we work through different exercises, find out what area of your life you're looking to improve, and sometimes you might come thinking you want to work on your relationships, but it's actually, when we look into it, it's more your finances that are causing you the issues within the relationships. So it's really interesting. If you know what aspect of your life you want to improve on, we can work on that. If you don't know, then we work around it to find out what it is. And really, life coaching is all about just finding your happier self, improving your life that little bit every day to become the person you want to be.
And if someone was thinking about investing in life coaching, what would your advice be to them?
Do it. You won't look back.
You all say that though.
No, honestly, for me, it's all about being as happy as you can be. You only get one shot at life. This isn't a rehearsal. So if you're not happy, do something about it. There's a quote, there's a girl, Laurie, I can't remember her surname off the top of my head, and her quote is, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it.
Yeah.
And I think it is so true. So if you're not happy, do something about it. Don't sit there and be miserable. Do something about it. And if you don't know what to do, come to someone like myself. We can help.
Absolutely. I always think, when you have clients come in and they're very apprehensive about what to expect, and you see these light bulb moments like poof, poof, it's like things just hit people and they're like, wow, I never thought of it like that. So I think my idea of the role of a life coach would be that they're really a coach and a guide to help you to realise your full potential, really, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. It's working alongside you will help you, so you've got that accountability. So if you say you're going to do something, you've got somebody there cheerleading you on, making sure you're making the steps to reach the goals that you've set yourself.
Yeah. Do you know, it's really funny because I remember years ago I had a lady come in for life coaching. In fact, what I call it is motivational coaching, because I hate the whole life coaching part, but that's only my perception, that's my opinion. And she came and she was like, right, I'm going to make all these changes, and then she didn't turn up the week after, and I'd phoned her and I was like, where are you? What's going on? And she was like, I never made the changes. So I think that accountability thing's a big thing, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
And if people are accountable for things, they're much more likely to make change. Would you agree?
Definitely, yeah. Even just now during lockdown, me and my best friend will phone each other in the morning and say, right, what are you going to achieve today? And it might just be, we're going to clean the bathrooms, but if we don't check in on each other later on, it's like, did you do it? And it's like, well, I have to, because I told you I was going to do it. Do you know that way? Or else we would just sit and binge watch rubbish on the telly. So it's keeping yourself going throughout lockdown, especially, because it is really tough. It is really tough just now.
And how do you find it as well? Like, see, when you have someone that comes in and, they maybe don't know what they want to do, they're maybe feeling a bit all over the place. How do you find watching them moving through that process?
It's brilliant. It is. It's just, like you say, it's those light bulb moments. And then they actually phone and go, oh my God, like, what a difference that's made. And it could be the smallest thing, but it's just the fact they've actually took that step. Because all I can do is give them the tools and the support. If they're not willing to make the changes, then it's not going to change for them. Yeah.
It's a really nice thing, though, to see someone coming in who's feeling quite confused and then coming out the other end being like, wow, I'm so much better. And you see real life changes with these people, don't you?
Oh, it's amazing. It's beautiful to watch. Yeah. Even, I do an anxiety management workshop as well just now. Like, there's some people that are, because they'll do it over 2 parts, and there's some people that come on the first week and they won't even put their camera on because they're so anxious about it. And I'm absolutely fine with that. And by the second week, they've got their camera on and they're wanting to talk, and it's like, wow. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, wow, that was only a week of trying little different exercises that I obviously give out in the first week to try. So it's brilliant.
And we're going to speak about the anxiety management workshop now, all right? That's really important, because I think, especially these unprecedented times, when we're all going through crazy circumstances that nobody in our lifetime has ever been through. I think anxiety management is something that we could all be doing with, So what would you say that people will get from coming to your anxiety management classes?
So the kind of first part, we're looking at what's going on with anxiety within your body. We're looking at ways we can take control of it. And the second part is more practical exercises to help when you feel your anxiety coming, how to bring it back down. So we kind of try and cover everything, and we look at how to bring your anxiety levels down and make yourself happier. So we do a bit of self-care in there as well.
And I suppose for someone coming to a class like that via Zoom, it's a big thing.
Oh yeah.
A huge big thing. So, if there was anybody sitting watching this, which I'm sure there will be, that is thinking that they do need a bit more help and support, what would your advice be to them coming into that very intimate Zoom class?
I'm happy to have a chat with people beforehand so that they know me and get to know my voice and things as well. Come on, you don't need to speak. You can keep your camera turned off. Just come and get the information so that you can start to make small changes and help yourself. I don't want people to be put off. I don't ask you to share any experiences. It's very much educational, so it's me talking. If you've got a tip or you've got something you want to share, you're welcome to share that, and I invite people to do that if they feel comfortable enough. But there's absolutely no pressure. If you're there just watching, then you're getting something from it. So please, 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 if you're thinking about it, just do it. Do it, honestly.
And if anybody wanted to book anxiety management workshop with you, how would they go about doing that, Danielle?
Just get in touch with me through the Luna Life and Wellbeing page. You can email me, send me a private message. We can have a bit of a chat and we'll take it from there.
So Luna Life and Wellbeing, I'll maybe pop that up for everybody to see.
Excuse me.
That's your Facebook page.
Yeah. I'm currently working on my website, which is fun.
I know it's hard work, websites.
Especially when you're a technophobe like me.
So yeah, Luna Life and Wellbeing Facebook page. So obviously you didn't want to leave this live broadcast to go and check that out now, but you're going to go and check it out after the live broadcast. And just message Danielle and ask her all about her anxiety management workshop. The next thing that I want to speak to you about is meditation. Because I know that you're a brilliant meditation teacher. Of course you're a brilliant meditation teacher.
I'm the best teacher.
So when do you hold your meditation classes?
So my meditation classes, again, are on Zoom, 8 p.m. on a Sunday night. So it's a nice way to kind of end the week and start the next week.
Fantastic.
Obviously, you all know the benefits, Stephen, of being able to calm the mind, becomes more focused, more clear. I've had people contact me saying that it's actually improved their sleep. I had one person who wears a kind of Fitbit watch, so was monitoring their heart rate while they were doing the meditation, and they couldn't believe how much it brought their heart rate down. So it just shows it does actually work and lower your blood pressure as well. So if you do suffer from stress and anxiety, meditation is brilliant for it.
Yeah. Do you know, I know every single day when I've done I do 10 minutes of meditation every day, as you well know, and always on my Apple Watch, the heart rate goes down to 52, 53, my resting heart rate when I'm doing that 10 minutes worth of meditation. And then normal life resumes and it's way back up at 70, 80, 90.
Yeah.
Sometimes 110 or whatever it may be, but it's crazy how, you know, meditation, it can really bring you down.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people contact me after the class saying, thanks for that. Before, their mind was all over the place, their stress levels were up, and after the meditation, it just kind of prioritised things for them and totally like, why am I stressing about insignificant things? And it really helped them kind of sort their thought process out and be more focused. So I've had people fall asleep during the class and message me 4 hours later saying, oops, just woke up. So it does really help. If you've never tried meditation, try it. Do try it.
That's amazing, eh?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the meditation side of things as well from my point of view. So for anybody who's watching, Danielle was part of a group of 12 meditation teachers who all came on and done their training, and amazingly, 4 of them have started their classes, and they've got like up to 20 people in each of their classes, which is just amazing. You know, it's really fantastic, Danielle, isn't it? So, you know, that's nearly 100 lives have been changed through our classes. You know, it's amazing, isn't it? You know,
and even doing the course with yourself, Stephen, I got to know, like, I didn't know anybody on the course, I don't think, and we've all become really good friends, and we're really supportive of each other as well. So it actually opens doors for you to meet like-minded people who are really supportive and want you to do well, which is nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's another one of our meditation teachers there, Louise, saying, the best group.
Hi, Louise.
Yeah, I just think that if every single person on the planet was able to meditate, then what a great thing that would be. And right now, I don't have the time to do lots of meditation classes, so it's amazing that, you know, there's teachers like Danielle and Louise and all the other guys who are just delivering the best stuff. You know, sometimes I look at their content and I'm like, Christ, they're better than me. This is great.
And the good thing about it being on Zoom is you don't need to live locally to be able to attend. You can tune in from anywhere all over the world. So
yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, your meditation class is on a Sunday. So if anybody was really thinking, you know, I'd quite like to give a meditation class a try, you've got Danielle there on a Sunday evening. And Danielle, how much does your meditation class cost weekly?
So if you're tuning in, it's £5 per class, or you can block book, and it takes the price down to £3.50 per class if you're block booking for 4 at a time.
So like that's great. That's like the
less than a bottle of wine a week, and much better for your health.
Or a Greg's or a McDonald's, or, you know, yeah, I think in food because I didn't drink alcohol. So I think you think drink.
What's that say about me, Stephen? Oh, no.
I'm joking, honestly. That's terrible. Maybe okay. I'm over it. I'm open. So, next thing I want to speak about is pay it forward. Now, I have to say, like, see, when I seen this page and you tagged me in the page, and I was like, Danielle, this is absolute genius. And I think you should be so bloody proud of this. And we need to get it up to like 300,000 likes. So we've got thousands of people sharing and helping and supporting each other. So talk to me about Pay It Forward, your new page. Pay It Forward West Lothian it is, actually.
Yes. So yeah, I just feel like just now so many people are obviously struggling with lockdown. I think even me this time, I think this has been the hardest lockdown out of them all. So I just wanted to spread a little bit of happiness and gratitude. There's been research done. A guy by, his name is Robert Emmons, has done a lot of research into gratitude, and he's saying that it can help make you become happier, it can help lower depression rates, it can help with your self-worth and building your self-esteem. So I thought, why aren't we doing this to help each other? Why aren't we showing a little bit of gratitude? It's going to help us, and it's going to show the person that we're showing the gratitude to, make them feel better as well. So Pay It Forward is all about spreading smiles, kindness, showing appreciation and love, and at the same time doing a bit of self-care for ourselves. So the thought behind it is that I do something nice for someone, so like say yourself, Stephen, you go, oh wow, that was really nice, I want to do something nice for somebody else, and so on. And we just start spreading smiles around, and it doesn't need to be anything big. It doesn't need to be like, we started it, some of us were all kind of therapists, so we all started doing bits of swaps and things, but it could be just sending somebody a letter telling them how much you appreciate them. The other day we started putting pictures up on the Facebook page of people that we appreciate and why we appreciate them. So it can be anything at all, just to show and start spreading smiles.
I think it's great though, you know. So if you had, I think you'd nominated me and said, Stephen, I want to give you a therapy, is that?
Yep.
Yeah, any treatment. I'm going to look at your price list and choose the most expensive treatment.
Absolutely fine.
So you'd nominated, saying that you wanted to nominate me for all the great stuff that we'd done during lockdown. So then what I done as a result of that is I paid for my sister's fuel the other day there. So my wee sister, she was helping me with stuff for the shop, and I was like, here, I'm paying for your fuel. So I suppose it's no the same thing because I never used your Facebook page, right? But it was still paying that kindness forward. So, you know, I think my thinking behind it was that no matter, it doesn't have to be in the page. It doesn't, although it would be nice for it to keep it on the page. It's making people think, and it's encouraging people to actually do something nice for someone else, isn't it?
Yeah, and it could be as simple as, I don't know, picking flowers at the garden to give to your neighbour. You know, just something to brighten up somebody's day.
Yeah. And these studies that are going on, they're actually continuing studies as well, how gratitude can absolutely change your whole life. It can change everything. You know, it's something that I do every single morning when I wake up is I put my favourite music on, so that changes my day straight away. And then I stand outside, I have my coffee and my fresh air, and I stand and I thank the universe for everything that I've got. You know, say thank you for my family, and it's more of an automatic thing now than it is. You know, so I don't stand and go, thank you, universe, for my wife, thank you for my children. It's just, it's there and it's emanating from me, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity to be able to talk to you and loads of other really nice people. So,
and that's it. It could be if you're into exercise, it could be that glass of water you've had after you've exercised. How great did that glass of water feel? Do you know what I mean? It can be anything. It can be really small. Or like you say, we've got a roof over our heads on a day like this. You know what I mean? We're warm.
It's great. I love being indoors on a day like this. So nice and cozy and.
Remember, if we go sledging, not to wear your shorts, Stephen. We don't want you being ill again.
I know, I wear shorts all the time. See, if I'm not working, it's shorts everywhere I go. Shorts and bare feet normally, but I can't wear bare feet, obviously, it's fine. So, loads of people commenting here, Danielle, so I'm going to pop up their comments. And
excellent.
June, our lovely June Dixon, saying gratitude and appreciation, very powerful. I have to say, June, I'm very grateful to you because June's done something for me. I'm not going to share it publicly, but June done something for me the other day, and I am so grateful. So thank you so much for that, June. You've got another, if lockdown has taught us anything, it's that we should appreciate the simple things in life, and that's from Gillian.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Danielle?
Definitely. That and self-care. We really need to look after ourselves at times like this as well. And it can be anything from just having, if you're working from home, you've got the kids at home, take time out because you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're on your top of your game, looking after yourself, feeling 100%, you give much more to the people around you. It's giving the best of you rather than what's rest of you.
It's interesting because we're speaking to Susan Watson about this and saying how most people, they try to firefight situations, and really what they should be doing is they should be looking after themselves first and then fixing. It's like when you're on an aeroplane and the oxygen masks come down, put the oxygen mask on you first and then deal with your child.
Yeah.
You know, I suppose it's exactly the same for looking after ourselves, Danielle, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, because if we're burnt out, who's going to then be able to look after the people we look after?
Exactly. And you also do another thing in your business as well, which I really love, and that is all the therapy side of things.
Yes.
So you're like this wee octopus with like 10 different plates, aren't you?
They're all very interlinked, though, Stephen. They're all very interlinked.
1 second. That's my phone ringing and my computer's picking it up. Sorry. Yeah.
Popular?
I know. I need to put my phone on silent. Sorry. Yeah. So, like I was saying, you do lots of other things in your business, Danielle. So, talk to us about the other things in your business.
So yeah, started off doing massage therapy, which I absolutely love. People come in, you can see them walking in with their shoulders up at their ears, and by the time they leave, they're like levitating back out the door. And I've just actually posted, the BBC did a article the other day about the benefits of massage. So I've actually posted that on my page. So if you go on, you'll be able to read all the benefits that we've been saying for years that they're now kind of catching up with and informing you about as well. And I do a lot of energy work, so Reiki. Absolutely love Reiki. That was the first thing I ever learned to do, and I love it. It's such a gentle treatment, but it's so powerful. So it's working with the person's energy. So through the things called chakras, and I'm actually in the process of writing a little chakra workshop, because a lot of people are going,
Nice.
I keep hearing this word, but what is it? So I'm going to do a wee introduction workshop, so anybody wants to know a bit more. So follow me on my page, and you'll get that up and running hopefully next month. There's a few workshops kind of in the background that I'm working on as well. So yeah, just keeping busy during lockdown, keeping the mind going.
couple of so we've got Louise saying there, I love a massage, so need one.
Yes, me too, Louise, me too.
Do you know what, like I've done massage therapies way back, and I only do maybe 2 clients a week now, but the regular clients I don't like to even advertise that service anymore, because see, by the end of the day, Danielle, I don't know about you, but I am shattered. Like, doing massage is probably one of the hardest therapies there is, because you walk away totally shattered, don't you?
Yeah, and that's why self-care is so important. You have to look after yourself. Mm-hmm.
You know, we're taught when we're doing all of our training how to stand, and how to, and it never works, because we
I know you find that one knot and you're like, right, I'm getting it.
I know, it's funny. You've got Claire there saying you're doing such good work, both of you. Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks, Claire.
And Louise is saying she loves Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody have any questions for Danielle? Because we're at 10 o'clock now, which is where we'll throw the forum open to people asking any questions. So what would you like to ask Danielle? And there is a 30-second delay, Danielle, so we need to wait a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Just in case you think, nobody's asking any questions yet.
I know, I can't wait to get back to doing the therapies, but the way things are going, I have absolutely no idea when that will be.
Oh. Let's just hope and pray that next month things get better. I'm absolutely sure they will.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying like 2020 was such a tough year and they hated it and stuff, but I feel I really grew as a person and developed my business so much that I actually didn't hate it. Does that make sense? I hated the fact I couldn't see people and couldn't cuddle them and couldn't go out and socialise. But actually, breaking it down and looking at myself, I feel that I gained so much.
Yeah. I have to say that I think exactly the same way as you do, Danielle. I think 2020 has been such a transformational year. It's really made us look at how we run our businesses, how we run our lives, how we interact with people, all the things that we took for granted before.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yep.
So we've got a couple of questions. We have got Susie. I don't know if that's a question, but I do reflexology and feel drained too. I think it's because clients need healing energy and they absorb mine.
Yeah, it's true. Massage, anything, Reiki, everything is all working with people's energy, isn't it? So yeah, you're Well, you'll know us more than me about energy work, Stephen.
Special guest, Danielle.
But you know yourself, when you're working with different energies, it's very powerful and it is very draining.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really important though to, and you know, I think that's one of the beautiful things about Reiki, is that when you're channeling energy, you're not taking on that person's shite, for want of a better word. You're equally not taking on that person's problems or anything like that. You're just channeling that energy into someone's being, you know. And it's the same for any kind of touch therapy that you're doing, you know, so reflexology, massage, anything. I think it's important to have that one-way system. I think,
Yeah,
you know,
I
I always see myself as like a one-way system where I'm just delivering. I'm not taking anything on. Otherwise, it could make you feel quite unwell. I'm absolutely sure it will. But and obviously, Susie's feeling that. So, Louise is asking there, how do you self-care, Danielle?
Oh, good question. I love to be outside in nature, so I like to go nice nature walks through the woods and stuff. I love a self-care bath with Epsom salts and a nice face mask and a candle, and just really do a bit of meditation. What else do I do? Journaling. I find journaling really helps, because if you've got lots going on or you're stressed and busy, writing just down how you're feeling and stuff, it gets out your head so that you can then kind of deal with it. Like yourself, before bed at night, I always say my gratitude's always a minimum of 3, but some days it could be a list of about 50, depending on the day I've had. And I feel that makes such a difference, just writing some things that you're grateful for down. I'm trying to think what else to do. Laugh. Try and laugh. I feel that whenever you're laughing, it always makes you feel better. So I try and do some silly things to make everybody laugh. I've actually got another Facebook page for it. It's a wee ladies page. It's called the Luna Life Outlet. And on that, it's fun. It can be a wee bit inappropriate and cheeky at times, but it's just a group of women who go there and go, blah, make each other laugh, and it's brilliant.
So it would be fair to say that that's the root page.
Probably, yes.
So anybody wanting to go and see the root page, what is it?
It's the Luna Life Outlet.
Luna Life Outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a group of ladies who are talking nonsense.
Pretty much. It started in the first lockdown, you know, we were all stuck home with our husbands or our halves and our children, and we were just going, oh, can I cope with this? So we needed a wee outlet. So this was a safe space where you could come and have an outlet, and it's just grown arms and legs. And if you scroll through the page, there is bound to be loads of things that will make you laugh, or at least put a smile on your face.
So Louise is saying there, great tips, love your other page. One thing that I like to do as well, Danielle, I don't know if you've ever tried this, but one thing that I like to do for self-care, and I know it sounds really daft, but it really does work, is we've got a high table in the kitchen, you know, one of these with the high stools, and we've got the big long table in the kitchen, and on that table we've got salt lamp and a candle. So what I do every night before I go to bed as well is I light the candle and I just close my eyes and I just breathe, just focus on my breath, and I just imagine all of that crap from the day just being absorbed by the candle light, which I think are really good. It's almost like that's my dump. That sounds really bad, eh? That's my dump. It's my energy dump for the day.
Yeah, or going for a shower and just imagining the water trickling down, just clearing everything out. It's really good as well.
And flushing it down the drain, absolutely. That's something I do as well, is Reiki my shower. So my shower's programmed, so put my hand on the part where the hose comes out and reiki the water so that everything moves, everything that's moving through the water is reiki infused. You should try that.
Yeah.
Promise me you'll do it.
Or putting symbols on the actual shower head. That's a good idea as well.
That's a good.
Or if you're going for a bath, if you've got crystals, put your crystals in your bath water as well.
Yeah.
You're getting the energy from the crystals to help.
Loving that idea. Gillian's saying there, laughter is the best medicine. Love laughing. My laugh is so loud, gets me into trouble.
That's the best kind of laugh because it's infectious.
I love somebody with a really ridiculous laugh.
Yeah. It does. It just gets you going, doesn't it? It's infectious. It sets everybody off.
Yeah. Susie, energy dump. She's having a wee giggle there. Nicola Henderson. Nicola has Reiki showers as well. We've actually spoke about this in the past. What a difference it makes though, Nicola, doesn't it? We've got Claire. I have a salt lamp and diffuser in my bedroom. So nice. It's a nice calm space for bedtime.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Salt lamps are brilliant. They've got health benefits to them as well. But see the glow you get off them, it's just so cosy and comforting. For me, a salt lamp's like looking into a real fire. It's just that calming effect, doesn't it? The glow it gives off.
I would have salt lamps in every room, but my wife's like, this isn't your shop. Like, this is my house too, and I don't want salt lamps and incense burning in every room.
I know, I've even got my husband addicted to incense now. He's always like, where are they? I want some. I'm like, yes.
That's amazing. I'm just looking through these questions. Yeah, Nicholas saying they are amazing. I'm thinking that you're meaning salt lamps, or are you meaning Reiki showers, Nicola? I'm not sure which. So Danielle, how have you found, I want to speak to you about that as well, how have you found the whole lockdown side of things in terms of like running your business? Have you found it really difficult, or have you found it pretty easy? Because obviously you have to be closed.
Yeah, I mean, for the therapy side of things, it's really difficult because I can't obviously get people coming in for any treatments. So that's been tough because that was at the time my main earner. So financially, that's been a bit tougher. However, it has given me, it has allowed me to be able to develop the business. So it's given me the time to be able to do the meditation course that you're on, Stephen, and obviously set up and run my own classes. It's gave me time to develop workshops, which I'm now obviously going to be running as well. So I've got an anxiety management just now, and I've got another couple in the pipeline. So I'm getting there. But yeah.
I think there's that very real side to all this whole lockdown thing as well, though, that people don't necessarily see as much, and that is the small business owners, like yourself, like us, who we have to close. And for us, our main income most certainly was the physical shop. So we again had to adapt and pull our plans forward and bring our academy forward a whole year, which isn't what we expected to do, but we did. But I think it's definitely something that's it's terrifying, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that I work from home, so I don't have any of the outlays, whereas there's so many business owners with their own premises, and it's heartbreaking for a lot of them who are having to close, and you just see them selling all their equipment and things, and you think, what a shame. Yeah. I fall into the category that I haven't been self-employed long enough to get any of the government handouts that have been given just now, or the grants or anything. So yeah, that's been a bit rubbish.
Such a shame. That's awful. I definitely do know, that there's many local businesses that we know, and they're just really upset by it all. They're really deflated, I suppose. I think I was speaking to one of the girls in the street yesterday, socially distanced, of course, but she was into checking the shop. I was in checking in the shop, and I was like, "Hiya, how are you?" And she was like, "I'm just so fed up. I'm just so fed up." She says, "I go to B&M and B&M's open, and I can't open, but they're seen as an essential place, and it's just not to downbeat B&M or any of these other places, but I think it's really heartbreaking, isn't it?"
Yeah, I mean, some of the shops that, I don't know if it'll change after yesterday's announcement, but some of the shops that were getting to stay open, it was like, how can they be seen as essential? What?
I know, it's a shame. I was shocked to find out that people could actually get a takeaway pint. Like, I was like, how is that even happening?
I know, it's madness. But I suppose if they've got barrels that are open, they'll just go off if they don't get used. So
I know, but come on, a takeaway pint. How crazy is that? Like, who actually does that? Stay at home, but I'm going to the pub for a takeaway pint.
Think back to a few years ago, you used to have Dial-A-Drink, so it's just kind of reminiscent about the old days, Stephen.
I didn't remember Dial-A-Drink either. No, I know you're much older than me though, Danielle, so that's I'm joking. So does anybody have any questions for Danielle? Because we're now at 10:15 and we've ran out of things to talk about because we're just sitting here blethering nonsense now, Danielle, aren't we?
Like Stephen.
Nikki Laurie saying, "Twoo twoo, Danielle, you're looking smoking."
Oh, love you, Nikki.
Nikki, I'm looking quite good as well today, thanks. Just saying, it's not very fair that you give Danielle the compliment, but we'll
It's favouritism, Stephen, that's favouritism.
I know, I'm just going to leave you on your own, Danielle, right? Because obviously everybody, they're more interested in you.
Don't do that to me, that's not very kind, is it?
I'm joking. Susie is saying holistic therapies have been so poorly thought about during this fiasco. Mm-hmm. Do you agree?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. They're saying they're not essential, but for a lot of people, they are essential because it's all about their well-being. So what's more important is people's well-being.
Yeah, I think there's that whole the very close contact is something that you have to be very, very careful with. Of course you do. Thank you. Sorry, my little one running in to hand me something there. The whole close contact thing, you do need to be really careful though, don't you? So, Nikki Laurie is asking, Danielle, what is your favourite therapy to give?
Oh, where's my favourite? That's really hard because I actually really enjoy them all. That's really tough. I probably would go with Reiki because it was the first therapy that I learned. And I've now learned or been taught crystals healing as well. So I quite like introducing some crystals into the Reiki. I just think it's even more powerful. And I have a lot of people experience it and saying, wow. So afterwards I've just been blown away, like, I can't believe that a kind of non-touch therapy is so powerful.
And is that the Reiki or the crystals?
Both. Putting them both together.
Ah, right, okay. So crystal Reiki then?
Yeah.
Would you call it crystal Reiki?
You could call it that, yeah.
And Nikki's saying, Stephen, same question to you. My favourite therapy to give would have to be I don't know, actually. I think I enjoy doing everything. I think probably Reiki. because massage gives me a sore back. So I would probably agree and just say Reiki as well. And Nikki is asking both of you, what is your favourite to receive?
What is your to receive? I quite like getting a massage and then Reiki on top, so it's like the session's split. And it's actually quite nice to do as well, because when you're giving someone a massage, it helps them get into that relaxed state, so they actually benefit more from the Reiki when they're more relaxed.
Well, I have to say that my favourite to receive, and one of my friends does this, and they do full body massage, apart from my tickly bits, all right, but full body massage, and then they do foot massage as well, which is obviously part of the full body, and then Indian head massage to finish it off while you're there. And honestly, see my head there, I'm like,
Yep,
you know,
levitating.
I can't move. It's crazy. But I think that full body, it just really stretches out your whole body and makes you feel completely amazing.
Is when you're doing Indian head and you're working around people's ears, the amount of people that go, oh my God, I didn't know getting your ears like massaged would feel so good.
You feel like, you know, when you're scratching behind the dog's ears and
Do that again, Stephen. Do that again.
That is what it's like, though. It's so good. Even you're getting like this whole part of the neck behind the ears. It's just amazing. So good. Sorry, getting overly excited about my ear tickling there. Danielle, see, when you're doing therapies as well, I have to ask you the really awkward question, but have you ever had any, because obviously you do massage therapy and you do Reiki, but have you ever had any awkward situations with any of your clients? It's a question that every therapist asks each other, so.
No. It's always, no, just no.
It does happen, though.
It does, yeah, it does. But then you're working with people's energies, and they do get sensations in their body, and even when people are relaxing, sometimes muscles relax and they can let out little bursts of air.
Nicky Laurie saying farting and snooping.
Oh, brilliant! Trust you, Stephen. I know you'd have to lower the tone.
It does happen, though, and I think anybody watching as well, you know, this is a bit of a giggle, so it's gonna make everybody laugh equally. But I think it's important to understand that when you're having any kind of therapy like that, you can fart and you can snore. I have had people in for Reiki and
so they're waking themselves up snoring, like, oh, but that's nothing. You're like, no, it's fine.
Oh, it's hilarious.
But don't be put it off at coming for treatments in case you feel you might fart or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Still come and still enjoy your treatment.
Yeah, because you're absolutely used to it, though. If someone does, you know, it's one of those things. I think it's like anything. That if you're going to go and do something that's putting you into a vulnerable position, then of course you're going to be so relaxed that these things may happen. Susie's saying, I've had a few snorers too.
But the good thing when you're a therapist and somebody's snoring, you know they're in a nice relaxed state. So
absolutely, yeah. I think it's a great thing. I think if someone's lying there snoring, it makes me really happy, because I know that then that person's in a very deep, relaxed state, and they're benefiting from it. You know, even if they're not benefiting from the therapy, they're benefiting from the sleep.
You know, even when I'm doing the meditation classes, people say, "Oh, I really struggled tonight to kind of stay in the meditation. My mind was all over the place." but then they'll check their Fitbit or whatever and be like, actually, my resting heart rate was really low. So they are still getting a benefit from it, even though they feel that their mind's not being as focused.
Yeah. Susie is asking, what about you, Stephen? What about me? What? I don't know what she means. Expand on that, Susie. I don't know what you mean by that. Nikki's saying it's perfectly natural. And Susie's saying naturally hilarious.
It is natural, and we always have incense round about just in case. So
yeah. And would you find as well that 99.9% of your clients would be female as well? Usually you find that.
It is mostly female, but I actually had quite a lot of male clients, which was nice, because I think it's so important, especially for men who like to have this image of, I can cope with everything, just coming and de-stressing for a wee while, kind of getting out of reality and just having time for themselves as well. I think it's nice to see.
It is really good to see guys being more interested in these kind of therapies, because I think men have a better experience. I know that sounds really terrible, but I think men do have a better experience because they're not expecting to feel so relaxed, whereas women know fully what to expect.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the women I work with have got children, they're trying to run a house, they're working, so it's even the fact of just getting away and having some quiet time before you even put your hands on them, it's just like, oh, this is bliss. So after the treatment, it's night and day to how they came in.
Yeah. Susie's saying, had any embarrassing clients? Have you had any embarrassing clients?
Embarrassing clients? No, I don't think so. I've had a few inquiries that I've had to knock back. You know, what does Indian head and tail and things? And you're like, no thanks. The way you're questioning and asking these questions, I think you could find a different therapist to work with.
That's funny. So yeah, you've not had any embarrassing clients?
No.
Great.
I've been really lucky. All my clients are so lovely. And I'm missing them loads.
Yeah, I think that's it. When you're working with groups of people as well, it's a community that you're creating, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them came, people I didn't even know, and now I'd say they're probably considered friends, because you get to know them and they come in, and because they're relaxed, they start to open up to you and tell you things that are going on in their life that they might not tell other people. So you build up a really good relationship with a lot of people.
Yeah. And would you say that your goal for your business now, like your pay it forward, your anxiety management, your meditation classes, and your life coaching?
Sorry, I missed the question there, Stephen.
I'm saying, would you say that your goal is to focus more on all the other things that are less about the therapy?
All right. I would like to combine them, because I think if you could come and see me and we could do a bit of life coaching, you could get a nice treatment, you're going to leave feeling relaxed, de-stressed, have goals to work towards, and feel more positive in general. So combining them would be fantastic.
And if you were to see yourself in 5 years, where would you see Luna Life and Wellbeing in 5 years' time?
Oh, hopefully still doing what I love, but on a much bigger scale, so I can help many more people.
Amazing. So a Luna Life on the corner of every street.
That's it.
Helping the community.
For all your wellbeing needs.
I think that's it as well, though. I always say to everybody, work together, help each other, because there's no such a thing as, it's yours, so your Luna Life and Wellbeing, there may be other people that do similar things to you, and they may be thinking, oh, I can't do that because Danielle's there. But I think one thing that, I'd certainly taught you guys during the meditation teacher training is that there's enough for everybody,
Oh, definitely. I mean, Livingston alone, there's over 40,000 people. There's no way I could say that alone, do you know what I mean? So share the love, do you know what I mean? If you've got an offer running, or if I don't do reflexology, so I know other people that do, so I like to pass clients on. So yeah, definitely, there's plenty of people out there that for all us therapists.
Yeah, and I think that's something that everybody should be so aware of, that we all need to work together. There can't be any competition, because if we're thinking competitively, we're just, that's not a good way to be, is it?
No. In fact, you've just made me think of my affirmation this morning. The card I pulled says, a flower does not compete with the one next to it, it just blossoms. So that was my affirmation card this morning.
Absolutely. And the population of West Lothian is 182,140-ish people. So 182,000 people.
Yeah. There's not enough therapists. Need more therapists.
There's no. We need 10 on every corner. And again, like, you could go right across, Scotland. You could go into Edinburgh, Mid Lothian, East Lothian, because I know that lots of our viewers watch from lots of different places, and there isn't enough people doing what we do. The third sector is very small in comparison. So, and there's so many people out there that need help and support.
I think there's still such a big stigma around your mental health and your well-being, and if we could kind of get rid of that stigma, so many more people would open up and be willing to seek a bit of support and advice and treatments and look after themselves more. But I think people are still like, oh, I can't do that because people might think that I'm mentally unwell or I'm mentally unstable. It's not that at all. It's just about keeping your mental health should be as important to you as your physical health.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's your history, your background, sorry, is a mental health nurse, so you'll know firsthand that the most important thing is to look after you.
Yeah, definitely.
And would you say as well, because many people would look at you, Danielle, and say, she's had this great career as a mental health nurse, so why leave that to do what you do now? That's a good question, eh?
That's a good question. For my family, the shift work, the patterns, working night shifts or weekends, didn't fit in with my family life. But still, the principle of helping people around their mental health still works with me, because that's why I do the life coaching and things. So I'm still, in a way, using the same skill set that I learned when I was doing my mental health nursing. I'm just using it in a different format.
I think you're using it in a way that's much more accessible for people as well, if I'm honest, because you'll know yourself, waiting lists to see people for any kind of support and help, it's sometimes 8 to 24 months, crazy.
And it's worse now with COVID as well. The waiting lists are even longer. I mean, although I do the anxiety management workshop, you don't have to have anxiety to come on it. You could be working with people, you could be living with people with anxiety, and it'll give you hints and tips of how to support that person as well. So
I think what's crucial as well is, like, do your homework and make sure that, anybody that's watching this, do your homework and make sure that the person that you're choosing to work with is someone who they are trained and they're able to work with you in a way that's going to be beneficial to you, because and this is no disrespect to anybody else running businesses out there that are doing these types of things, but I think when you're working with people's emotional well-being, and I'm sure you'll agree, Danielle, it's vitally important that these people are trained and that they're able to recognise the signs when people need more.
Definitely.
So would you agree with that as well? Yeah.
Yeah, and if people come to me and I don't feel I'm the right person to work with them, I'll signpost them on.
Yeah. I think that's the main thing, though, that we're all working in a very professional way and really making sure that we're not, because some people, they maybe come for certain things and they definitely don't need that. They need much more help and support than that. So, yeah. So I think we'll end on that note, Danielle. I think that was a really brilliant session, even though we had a couple of minutes there where we were like, so, come on, ask questions, guys. But to summarise, guys, if you do want to be part of Danielle's amazing Luna Life and Wellbeing world, she has got her Pay It Forward West Lothian page, so please go and check that out after the live broadcast. She also does her anxiety management workshops, and the way to get on those anxiety management workshops is to message Danielle directly on her Luna Life and Wellbeing page. Her life coaching, again, message her through Luna Life and Wellbeing. And the therapy side of things, you're not getting the now, all right? But you'll need to wait for them. But again, anything that you need Danielle for, you can go through Luna Life and Wellbeing Facebook page, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Even if you've got a question, just get in touch. I'm happy to help. And if I'm not the right person, I'll certainly signpost you to someone I think would be more appropriate for you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for today, Danielle.
Thanks for having me.
A great laugh, as always, because we always do have a giggle when we're away. So, Danielle, thank you so much. And everybody else, we shall see you tomorrow for another Soul Man Surgery with Susan Watson. And tomorrow we are speaking all about the nervous system, the vagus nerve, all of the stuff that's going to help encourage healing in the body. So from me and Danielle, thank you very much. Bye for now.
Be strong.